We can't fault the Glazers for so many things they have mishandled during their time as owners of Manchester United. But honestly, when it comes to providing funds for the buying of players, for player transfers, they have outdone themselves. I mean, they have invested billions in this, but many a time they have been let down by the people they have trusted. It's either the coaches or the Richard Arnolds and John Matters of this world. No wonder they are being fired by Sir Jim and Co. one after the other. But in this video, I'm not here to talk about those who have failed. I am here to give credit to the top 5 best Manchester United signings post Sir Alex Ferguson. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. My name is Webb and welcome to the United Hotspot. Now in this video, number 3, number 2 and number 1, I can bet will spark some debates, and that's exactly why I need you to drop down in the comment section and give me your opinion. Who are your best 5 best signings post Sir Alex Ferguson? Now I'll start off with my number 5. In number 5, Juan Mata. Now you do remember we signed Juan Mata in 2014 for about £37.1 million from Chelsea. He had fallen out with Jose Mourinho, despite him having a splendidly good season with Chelsea. And United were like, you know what? It was just a year after Sir Alex Ferguson has left, and we are saying, okay, we are trying to move on. We do have the money. So we spent the money and brought in Juan Mata, who was able to give us 9 solid years, fam. 9 solid years that included winning the Europa League. Honestly, all United supporters I know loved Juan Mata. He played well, both as a number 8 and as a number 10 at times. A few times he appeared from the wings, but Mata had the heart of the club. And for me, in the over 200 games he played, the goals he scored, I think just under 40, I do think he did us well. So Juan Mata, gracias, señora. Number 4. My number 4 will go to Sandro Martinez. Now, this one is still with us. Now, many of you perhaps could rate him higher than number 4, but you will listen to my others and see whether I'm right or wrong. Now, Sandro Martinez joined United in 2022, one of the first signings by Erik ten Hag. We brought him in for about £47 million with an option of a further 8.5 or thereabout. And he was already a star player at Ajax. He had done everything, and of course, tested, approved and trusted by Erik ten Hag and everyone. And to be honest, besides the few times he's been injured, Sandro Martinez has given us value for every penny we've spent on him. And unlike many players we've signed, I thought after Sir Alex Ferguson, Martinez came at the right age. I mean, he's only 20. I mean, he just turned 26, is it? So he is still giving us more. So for me, the butcher, Licha, big kudos. Thank you, man. No wonder you're a World Cup winner. He has got the character, the attitude, and the heart of a Manchester United player. So for me, one love, butcher, one love. Now, my number 3 will go to the captain, Bruno Fernandez. And yeah, I know, of course, you will talk about how does Bruno be number 3? I mean, since we signed Bruno in 2020 from Sporting Lisbon for £47 million with an option of a further 20 million. Yes, a lot of money that was. So many felt, and I agree, he has been the one consistent player at Manchester United. Even when everyone else had logged off, Bruno Fernandes has been consistently putting in the hard yards, playing like a Manchester United player. He has represented the badge, and I actually think Bruno Fernandes could fit into any Manchester United team, even during Sir Alex Ferguson's time. The only thing is, he is being undone by the players around him. You know, it's like being the one-eyed man among the blind. Well, you will try and lead the blind, but eventually they will let you down. They will pull you back, won't they? So that's what Bruno has been. My only issue is him being named captain. I don't think he has got really the character to lead, because he mourns a lot. He throws his hands around. You understand, if you're a good player like Bruno, playing with Scott McTominay's, all these bunches of nobodies, they will pull you down, and at a certain point, you will feel tired and frustrated because some of them even earn more money than him, but he's performing way better than them. So you sort of understand it, but the reality is Bruno, I mean, he has played over 212 games and has contributed in more than 129, that's goals and assists. He has consistently been one of our best players every season since he joined. So for me, I give it to him. Bruno is my number 3 best player post Sir Alex Ferguson. Number 2, Yeah, and here is where the controversies will begin. Well, number two, I'll give it to Casemiro. Yeah, Casemiro. Now, you all say he has only played for one season. No, don't you tell me about a season on us or not. Look, you don't need 20 seasons to judge a good player who makes impact. Casemiro just made sense of what you call a senior marquee signing. What a marquee signing is expected to do. We signed Casemiro last season for 60 million with an option of a further 10. Now, when you sign such a player, and this is what Anthony Dos Santos has got to know, when you sign such a player, you expect them to make instant impact. Now, that's exactly what Casemiro made. Casemiro is the reason Manchester United finished third in the first season of Eric Ten Hag. It wasn't even about the boss or his notes. The reason Man United was third last season and reached the final of the FA Cup, won the Carabao Cup. By the way, that was such a beautiful season, by the way, if you think about it, was Casemiro. You do recall that every game he was not there, we struggled. Whenever he was not in the team, either because of a card or because of an injury, United looked like a street football team. We looked like a village team in my village in Banga. That's how good. That's what you call impact. So for me, Casemiro, I think could have easily been the best signing post Sir Alex Ferguson. But of course, you understand. The only thing is, we brought him, in the evening of his career. He was aging, and maybe we paid a penny too more, and we signed him to a longer contract than we should have. But the reality is, even if we sold Casemiro in the summer, which I think we need to do, I wouldn't have any qualms against him because he has given us value for money. His first season, he made instant impact. And for a person his age who has achieved the things he has achieved, the Champions League he has achieved with Real Madrid, I wouldn't have any qualms with him. I would understand if things now he's getting injured and he's not available many a time. So for me, Casemiro, bro, gracias, gracias. I think that's how they say thank you in Brazilian. I'll learn. By the way, I'm trying to learn languages, so I'll do better. I'll do better. But I think gracias. I think that's how they say it. Now, my number one. Mhm. But before I go to number one, honorary mention to two players. Now, I've been debating with a couple of my friends, and one of them was telling me I remove Casemiro and put there Paul Pogba. Mhm. In fact, there are people who would feel like Pogba should be in the opposite list, that of the five worst sign. I mean, we bought Pogba back. Yeah, we brought Pogba back to United from Juventus for about 89 million. And I think he had a couple of decent seasons. When there is a time where De Gea and Pogba and Zlatan were the reason United was staying afloat, and no doubt about that. But I think by his standards, Pogba, we had the expectations of a Lionel Messi or a Cristiano Ronaldo, but his character, mentality, and lifestyle could not let us have that. So for me, given the expectations I had of him, I won't put him in my list, but I'll give him an honorary mention. So he won't be in end of my list. So is Romelu Lukaku. Someone mentioned Romelu Lukaku, but I've honestly never been a fan of Lukaku. So let me take it to my number one. Number one, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. To me, he was the best signing we made post Sir Alex Ferguson. And yes, I can hear the noise. I can hear you people shouting, come on, shut up, shut up, listen. Zlatan Ibrahimovic came at United. How old was he? What, 60 or 70 or 80? I mean, the guy was old, but he was scoring goals for fun. This guy, had we got him a little younger, I think United could have won the Premier League and the Champions League. Because you remember, we won the Europa League with him. He joined us for free in 2016. Imagine our best signing was a free player, by the way. Joined in 2016 as an old player in his late 30s. But Zlatan, hadn't he got that knee injury, perhaps even now he would have been playing. Zlatan was scoring goals. But besides the goals, I loved the way he teamed up with Paul Pogba. They gifted us the Europa League title. But away from the titles, his personality and how he lifted the dressing room, for me, is something we cannot even debate. He tamed Paul Pogba because of his character. He helped these young players learn a few things from him, those who cared to learn. Zlatan had a significantly huge impact at Manchester United the short time he was there. And for me, yeah, he's my number one, together with Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm done with this video before I get many of you abusing me. Let me know what you think in the comment section. But those for me are my top 5 best United signings post Sir Alex Ferguson. Take that to the bank. Peace.